Hi, and welcome back to Purple Collar Life. I said in a previous video that maple tree behind me is what I use as an indicator of fall. You can see the bottom leaves are still green. If I pan up here, the top leaves have all turned color, and there are leaves hitting the ground, so it's time for some leaf cleanup, which I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for. There are plenty of leaves on the ground, and it's just a break in the rain here. You can see there's some sunshine coming out, which is pretty amazing because for the last 2 or 3 days it has been non-stop rain. That French drain system around the shed working great. Everything's flowing downhill, which was the idea of the design, so I'm glad to have that done. Hopefully all winter long it will keep water out of the shed and will not heave up so that I can get those doors open. If you missed that video, I'll put a link to that up above. It was my first mini excavator digging and trenching project, and I think it turned out really good. So today we're going to use the Toro TIMECUTTER and get some leaves cleaned up. But I wanted to mention, this is one of those tasks you can do kind of not paying 100% attention. So I use my 3M Worktunes and I listen to my favorite YouTube creators. It's not the same as watching them, but it's kind of like listening to a podcast of them talking about what they're working on. So I'll put a link to these down below, but I use these Bluetooth connected to my phone to listen to YouTube while I'm mowing and cleaning up leaves. It is a football Sunday. The Bills play tonight at 8:30. I'm not sure exactly when you'll see this video, but wearing my Bills sweatshirt for good luck for the Bills. Those of you who don't know, I am a huge Buffalo Bills fan, and we're having a good year this year. Well, the raindrops have started back up here, but I was able to get that area under the tree done. I've said in a previous video, the Toro TIMECUTTER does such a good job with the fast blade speed of chipping up those leaves. There's not a mulch kit on that, but it does mulch up those leaves, and I find that's the best way to clean up leaves as long as they're able to be mulched up and chopped up like that. The leaves actually provide more nutrients to the ground by leaving them here chipped up, and it's not another time I'm handling them. So if I were putting them into a vac trailer, which we've done in the past, we did a video on that, I'll put a video link up above. That system works really good to clean up the leaves, but then you're handling them another time, getting them out of that trailer. You're also finding somewhere to put them. In this area, I'm able to mulch those up, let them re-nutrient the ground, and it just makes a better overall process for me, and it's also easier. But you've got to have the right machine to do that. The Toro TIMECUTTER works good for us under this tree. Now, when I'm along the edge of the woods, I do like to blow the leaves back in the woods, but you probably saw here under the tree, I blew them out first, then I blew them back in a little ways, then I minced them up. So I go over each area probably 2 or 3 times to get them minced up into this small pieces that end up being here on the grass. But you can see here under the tree, when we started out, we were basically covered with leaves, and now I didn't pick any of them up. You can see the minced up pieces on the tires of the mower. It does a really nice job of chipping them up, and they're actually down within the grass now. So they will be future topsoil as they compost into the ground. All right, it is raining. I've got to try to get at least the front yard somewhat mowed. I'll take you guys along with me. Right now I've been listening to Brock's latest video, Rock Hill Farms, talking about debt. You can see it's a bit darker. The rain is starting to come down, so I moved the camera up onto the porch, keep it safe and out of the rain. I'm gonna get out here with the zero turn, see how fast I can do this front yard in the rain. It needs done. It's getting windy out. I sense there's probably a bigger storm coming. Let's hurry up. So you've seen the last couple passes there. I cleaned off the edge of the tar and chip area, our chip seal driveway, which we will be giving an update on in a future video. It may not be exactly what you're thinking, an update on what we think of it so far, so stay tuned for that video. But I cleared the edge, and then I did twice this first pass, but you can see it's pushing all the leaves into the woods. So that's how we'll keep doing that. We turn the mower deck off on the return trip, and then on when we're coming back towards us to blow those leaves further in the woods. Should probably take 2 to 3 more passes to get all those leaves off the edge of the driveway and into the side of the woods. Well, we managed to dodge most of the raindrops. We mowed through some of the rain, but the Toro TIMECUTTER, one of the things I said in a previous video is it saves a lot of time, hence the name TIMECUTTER. It saves a lot of time mowing, but it also saves a lot of time raking and blowing. You saw how here along the side of the driveway, I was able to keep blowing those leaves further and further into the woods. And that's good enough for now with these wet leaves. I'll come back out on a drier day, hit it with the steel backpack blower. We'll get this all cleaned off. Hopefully you enjoyed this video today of us just moving some leaves around, chipping them up, mincing them up, getting them in the woods. If so, please give us a big thumbs up down below. We really appreciate it. Click that subscribe button if you're not already following us here on Purple Color Life. Lots more leaf cleanup to do, but then we'll be getting into the winter season, and we still have 2 major announcements coming on the channel, so stay tuned for those in the next few weeks. Oh, and in case you were wondering, what did I listen to while I was mowing? Well, first I listened to Brock from Rock Hill Farms. He had a video today about debt. Enjoyed that one. Watched, but listened to the latest Outdoors with the Morgans video today about the work at the cabin and them doing some cleanup around the house. And watched a video by John Ritter from A Ritter Bit Will Do on the new lifting cylinders for his Kubota tractor. Those were all videos that came out this morning, this Sunday while I'm mowing. Made for great listening material while I was on the machine. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again the next time.